Hi, it's Michael from Planet Naturopath, and today we're going to talk about the organic acids test. This is one of my favourite tests because it gives so much information about so many different functions of the body. It's also quite a complicated test. The best way to describe it will be to have a look at this example. So let's have a look here. Here's a look at a organic acids test from Neurotransmitter in Australia. These are also available from Genova in the UK and USA, and Great Plains Lab in the US as well. So the first two markers, lactic acid, pyruvic acid, are to do with carbohydrate metabolism. And there's a few issues here with carbohydrate metabolism. So this can indicate a lack of lipoic acid, B vitamins. We never take one or two markers in isolation though. We always look at the big picture before we look at any nutritional supplementation, plus the person's signs and symptoms and how they're feeling. All these markers are to do with the citric acid cycle, which is to do with energy production. So the low alpha ketoglutaric acid here can indicate low B12 and also low amino acids. So supplementing with branched chain amino acids. And further down here we can also see that they are low in B12. The methylmalonic acid is a direct marker of B12 metabolism. So we'll be looking at adding in some methylcobalamin there. Succinic acid should be on the lower side, so high succinic acid indicates poor mitochondrial function, and you look at the B vitamins and lipoic acid there as well. The fatty acid metabolites is this section here, and their body is not burning fats very well. The beta hydroxybutyrate, for a normal person this would indicate they're in ketosis if they're eating a high fat, lower carbohydrate diet. But this person is not eating a ketogenic diet, they're just having issues with burning fat. So this is a good marker whether you're in ketosis or not. The next lot of markers look at B vitamins, B1, B3, B5, the methylmalonic acid, which we spoke about. This is to do with folate metabolism. So these ones are to do with the methylation cycle. So as well as supplementing with B12, you'd probably look at increasing folate. The kynuric acid is a metabolite of tryptophan metabolism, and the rate limiting factor here is B6. So once again, you'd be looking at adding in a B complex to help with this person. This marker here, beta hydroxy beta methylglutaric acid, they don't make any of these words easy to pronounce. This is to do with coenzyme Q10 metabolism. So this is another factor that's going to be affecting the citric acid cycle up here. Other markers to look at with this one are pyroglutamic acid. This is to do with recycling of glutathione. And the benzoate and hippurate are to do with phase 2 liver detoxification. So once again, this comes back to amino acids, particularly glycine, cysteine, glutamine. You want to see the bacterial dysbiosis markers on the lower side, and also the yeast and fungal markers. You want to see them on the lower side. This would indicate a candida infection here. And finally, we have the metabolites of neurotransmitter metabolism. So HVA is the metabolite of dopamine production, and VMA is the metabolite of adrenaline, noradrenaline, and 5-HIAA is the metabolite of serotonin production. Quinolinate is an indicator of inflammation. So not only do they have low levels of the neurotransmitters, there's a lot of inflammation. So this is going to be a cause of their anxiety and depression. So looking at optimizing the neurotransmitters, once again the B vitamins can help there, possibly even some 5-hydroxytryptophan. Looking at what's causing the high levels of quinolinate, could be the candida, could be an infection or even a high inflammatory diet. So as you can see, it's quite a complicated test, but it's also very useful. So if you're an athlete wanting to optimize performance, or you've got the MTHFR gene or methylation issues and you want to identify how well your cells are using B12 and folic acid, this is a great test. If you're experiencing chronic fatigue or just low energy, this can work out why it's happening. If you're having weight issues, this can see why you may not be burning fat through lack of carnitine, lipoic acid, or B vitamins. It can also identify bacterial or candida infections and also imbalances in the neurotransmitters, which can have a great impact on anxiety and depression. If you'd like more information, or if you'd like to contact me to organise a test, just give me an email at michael@planetnaturopath.com. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you.